First, what's available for people in this industry for someone who's considering it that's not yet in, from your perspective?
This is the one business that you can go into, be a millionaire with very, very little money that you have to put up. You could go into this business having, say, $2,000 in your bank account, okay? Or on a credit card to really go on there. When I opened up my first store, I mean, I had to have $200,000 just to inventory, okay, the store. What this opportunity gives you, this gives you a chance to be able to sign the front of the check instead of just a back of a check.
We are in studio today with Michael Bond of Serenity Insurance Group. Michael was on our podcast 2.5 years ago, something like that, and came in as a guest from La Plata, Missouri. And here we are. We're going to do a run back. Michael, so good to have you back on the Life Insurance Academy podcast. Welcome back, man.
Hey, thank you. It's a pleasure. When you asked to come back, I was just thinking about 2.5 years ago, coming down here. I still remember that day, me and Chris, we were balling in his office together. I had just met you guys. And I mean, it's a pleasure to be back here in studio. So thank you.
And you look fantastic.
Thank you. A lot has changed since then. 2.5 years ago, I've lost a lot of weight, a lot healthier now as well.
Yeah.
Feel a lot healthier. And so just a lot of great things have really happened in 2.5 years.
And
so
that jacket is popping.
Well, thank you.
That's what I was talking about. Well, but yes, you look fantastic too. And you look healthier.
I thought I had to kind of compete with you a little bit more on the dress code today. So,
well, I just kind of came in casual today because we had a full day. I knew you were coming in. Of course, I wasn't thinking about you were showing up out dressing me, but you look sharp, bro. You look sharp.
Well, thank you.
Well, Michael, man, Serenity Insurance Group is popping. What is going on? Well, first of all, I want to say this. I met this guy through some other people that have been on our podcast. Michael Kortang, Jalen Talley, told me about you even before you were working with them. And they said, there's this other really good guy, and we really like him, and he would be a great fit, to come and be a part of the bigger organization. And you would love to meet Michael. And I heard about you. And of course, then once we got to connect and meet, and I was like, yeah, I love it, man. So what I want, just to do a quick run back, because there's people that are watching today, they're going to try to find that episode, and they may not even find it. Can you take 3 minutes and give a quick background of your backstory? Because there's a backstory there before the insurance business, and maybe even some of the people who are not listening to that previous podcast, they need to know about Michael Bond and how you ended up even in being an entrepreneur, owning businesses, and then getting into the insurance business. Why don't you do a quick run back for the listeners, because this guy's got an incredible story.
So 10 years ago is when I got into the insurance business. And at that time, I was actually running a liquor store. I owned a liquor store, and it wasn't, my relationship with my wife was not going very well at the time. The store was just breaking us down. I was traveling 45 minutes to the store every single day, working from, say, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, wouldn't get home until 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. The stress that was just kind of going on with, keeping up with everything, making sure the store had stock inventory. It was a lot. And then just one day, out of the blue, my insurance agent came in and said, "Hey, I'm looking to retire. Would you happen to know of anybody that would purchase my agency?" I said, "Let's talk." And he's like, you have the store. I said, "I could get rid of this store tomorrow." So one thing that especially my wife will tell you, when I go all in, or when I commit to something, I go all in. Okay. That, I remember
where did that come from? The going all in. Back further in your story. Where does that come from?
I think a lot more is back in the military. I've always learned, if you're going to do something, give it your all. I would rather fail knowing that I gave everything, every sweat, every tear, everything, instead of leaving something on the field. Okay.
What branch of the military were you?
Army.
In the Army. When did you go into the Army? Tell us a little bit about that. And
So-
then what got you go from being in the military to owning a liquor store?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I first joined the Vermont Army National Guards. That's where I'm from originally. And I started going to the unit when I was 16 years old. I couldn't sign on the dotted line yet.
You were showing up at 16.
At 16, showing up, being able to, I was an engineer, so 16 years old, being able to play around with scrapers and bulldozers. I thought it was just amazing. So I started doing that at 16, talking to recruiters, but my mom had assigned me in when I was 17, okay? So 17, I enlisted into the military, and I think that was really the big start because I was never school was not my forte.
Yeah.
And so, I was just barely squeaking by, so forth. And so I went to basic training right after my junior year.
Wow.
Came back.
Junior year in high school.
Junior year in high school.
In high school.
So came back. I was actually 1 week late of starting my senior year because basic training was a little bit went over. And so came back when I had the best academic year all the way around, straight A's.
Why? What made the difference?
Just discipline. And leadership, discipline, really having a bigger why. Again, I grew up with a single mom. She did the best that she could. I praise everything that she does. She worked 3 jobs. Raised 3 boys. And so I just knew I wanted something a little bit more. So I committed to the military, came back, had a great senior year. To this day, I actually still hold the record for track for the 2 miles.
Look at that. Who knew he was a speedster?
So just all the way around, my senior year was just one of the best years I could really remember.
Isn't that crazy?
Graduated high school, went off to school in AIT, went out to actually Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and did my school and came back.
What's AIT?
AIT that's where you go to learn your job. Okay, you're schooling to learn your job.
In the military.
In the military.
And
yes.
what were you studying?
I was an engineer.
Engineer.
Yep. So
excellent.
an equipment operator, heavy equipment operator.
Okay.
So came back, did a lot of recruiting with my unit recruiter, and then a position came available for a recruiter for the Vermont Army National Guard. So I was able to rank up very quickly, got my E5, was a recruiter. Well, the problem that I saw with that is I was brand new into the military, hanging around with other recruiters. Their chest is all just flashy with ribbons and just all this other stuff. I'm like, man, I got 3 little ribbons on mine. I'm like, who's going to really want to talk to me? So then I had this bright idea. I'm like, I want to go airborne. I wanted to be a paratrooper. So I talked to the Vermont Army National Guards, like, hey, we can't just send you there to pay for that. We don't have any place close that you could keep up your status. So I decided I went regular Army, got stationed down in Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Ended up with 119 jumps when I got done. And
he's jumped out of a plane 119 times. Isn't that crazy? My daughter, Michael, is trying to get me to jump out of a plane once with her. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it.
Do it.
I had no idea that you did it 119.
119.
Now you jump out with someone else first for the first few. Yeah.
No, so you're on a static line. So you're only jumping 800 to 1,200 feet in the air.
You're on a static line, so it automatically pulls the chute.
So you're going out there and you're counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Your chute should be opening.
Yeah, and if it's not, you don't have much time to think about how to say goodbye.
Correct. You got your reserve right there, and then you're just hoping and praying that rigger did that reserve parachute properly. So,
oh my gosh! Yeah.
So mainly, once I get out of the military, I knew I wanted to do something different. So one of my mentors, Rob Gillenwater, we started doing a lot of things together. We got into the alcohol and tobacco business. Back in New Hampshire, we
not
worked
drinking it, but selling it.
Selling it, yes. We might have done a little bit of drinking it too, but we had to try and make sure everything was still sellable. Okay.
Yes.
But we did I found like a passion in that. Okay, just learning something new, cigars, just business all the way around.
Yeah.
And we got done with our last thing that we were doing. He decided to move back to Missouri. That's where he was originally from.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still in New Hampshire. Got a phone call from him. He's great on getting things going.
Mm-hmm.
The everyday process was where my strong suit was.
Okay.
So I got a phone call from him. He was like, "Mike, would you come out here and help me out?" So came out. We grew that store. Ended up purchasing my own store while I came out here. Met my wife Cindy, and just kind of went through that. Really went through a big hardship for a while. I mean, if Cindy was here, she was going to be here. But if we probably had that store maybe 6 months longer, we wouldn't be married today. I mean, just
it was wiping you out.
It was, and that was just a big blessing when my insurance agent came in. So when I said I went all in on the insurance, okay, I bought this agency, sitting in there. I mean, I went out, I bought shirts, ties, all this other stuff, had the office, sitting in there. I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't even know anything about insurance. Took my exam, sitting there. And this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, come to find out, this was also a health agency. And then Obamacare came in, okay? And they took away all commissions. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, what did I just do?
What did I just buy?
What did I just buy? What did I just do? Here, just went through a very hard time in my life with the store. I'm like, I can't go back to my wife, say, hey, I'm about to fail again. So one of the, I became a captive agent on the life insurance side. Okay. So captive agents, for the new listeners, I was captive to one company, okay? And so I'm very grateful for that opportunity because I learned a lot.
You can say the name of the company.
Lincoln Heritage.
Lincoln Heritage.
Yep, Lincoln Heritage.
Perfect.
So very, very grateful.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I was really grateful there, because I learned, one, to build a relationship, okay, with the person. The training was very, very good with learning a script and knowing exactly where it was, having that structure.
Yeah.
I pride myself there because, again, people that might know Lincoln Heritage, especially being on the independent side, they are a higher price carrier, but they have one of the greatest customer service. Okay. That's through there. But I take pride because I also was carrying a 90% persistency.
That's
so
awesome.
Less than 10% of my business fell off the books. And that's because I put people first. Okay. Really, when I got that phone call, I answered it. I helped them out every single way.
Yeah.
If there was a death claim, I was there walking them throughout every single step. I didn't just say, here's an 800 number, call them, figure it out yourself.
You had really good fundamentals in your business. You had really good disciplines and customer engagement because you valued the relationships.
Correct.
Are you ready to launch your insurance career? Excel Solutions is your go-to leader in life, accident, and health insurance pre-license training. Their cutting-edge e-learning platform is packed with rich content. Think interactive assessments, engaging videos, and customized learning paths, all tailored to your learning style. Being students ourselves, we've trusted Excel now for years to deliver top-notch training, offering high pass rates. Their streamlined prep review courses and the exam simulator are really your secret weapons to nailing the state exam the very first time. Now, you thought it couldn't get any better. Well, it just did. Life Insurance Academy listeners, you receive an epic 50% discount, reducing the regular course fee from $199 to only $99. So, all you have to do is use partner code LIA at liapodcast.org/Excel. Now, Excel spells XCEL. So don't think about it any longer. Dive headfirst into your insurance career with Excel Solutions' premier pre-license training with that exclusive 50% discount just for you. Get the code, get licensed, and excel in your insurance career. You know, when you said you go all in, it's not just work. It's not just a work effort for you. Because what I've learned about you is that you're very much a people all in. It's a relationship all in, and it's work is just a natural thing for you. And I think that stems back all the way back to that junior year in high school when you went to basic training, and that turned you from a guy who was barely making it to a guy who had the best year ever and set the record for the 2 mile, whatever that was about. But you accomplished both of those things. And then that sets you on a trajectory for like hard work, excellence, and relationships.
Yes.
And you were trying to win in your marriage and wanted to get out from under the store, bought this business, and now here you are trying to navigate that. And so you found your way from a health insurance business into life insurance sales.
Yep.
And with one of the highest priced products in the market and in the senior market, they are one of the highest priced. I mean, it is what it is, but they do have great customer service and they have a great training platform.
They do.
Right? Those are the two things I know about Lincoln that's very good, but they do have a high priced product. And to say you had a 92% persistency, which means that you only ever lost 8% of your total client base, is phenomenal when you don't have the cheapest product. So you were doing something right, man. So I appreciate you going all in. Relationships and work ethic, both of those combined. So cool. How'd you go from Lincoln Heritage? Because you just recently opened a brand new office in La Plata.
Yeah. So really, it started back here about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, reached out to somebody that actually worked at Lincoln Heritage as well, Damon Dillard. And I said, hey, I'm looking at going independent. Because really what happened at that 5-year point was COVID hit. You couldn't pay me enough to sit in a room being on a telephone. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I learned there is that 1 year that I kind of really wasn't doing anything. One, I knew that I had to do something because I learned very quickly once I stopped writing business, my income went down.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course, yeah.
I had other agents, I had a team, but they were also. So I was like, okay, if I really truly wanted to retire one day in this industry, I needed to, one, grow a team. Okay. And I needed to grow a big book of business from there. So that was kind of the first thing, but reached out to Damon Dillard, teamed up with him. And that's where I met Mike and Jalen, Michael Courtain and Jalen Talley. And we really hit it off. Okay. Mike, they're both brothers to me.
Bit of an age difference between you guys.
A very big age difference, but we learned so much.
At that time, especially.
Yes, but we learned so much from each other. We actually were like yin and yang.
Yeah.
It was like what their weaknesses were my strong suits. What my weaknesses are their strong suit. Because social media, all that stuff, I didn't know anything about that stuff. Okay. And there's a lot of other stuff that they didn't know that we worked very well together. And we started to build something there together. And then at a point, one of my really good friends, Grant Ballard, decided actually he was leaving Lincoln Heritage. So I decided to partner with him. So I left Damon Dillard, went there, and we started going. Well, unfortunately, he's completely out of the business now.
In an independent capacity. You went independent. So now you were picking up multiple carrier contracts and expanding your product base.
Correct.
Okay.
And so he decided to get out of the business. So here I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I just moved contracts a couple times now. And it's not easy when you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. No. And Mike and Jalen had called me up. They're like, man, we've got this great IMO that we're working with. And we think we can build something here strong together. And I know that they just had there. So I told them, I said, guys, try it out. I said, I can't move contracts again. Like, I'm not going to move contracts and go from there. I said, you guys try it out. You let me know. And they reached out to me. And that's really 5 years ago. That's where it really changed. Got to meet you guys. And I remember the day that I came in here and recorded and sat with you guys, and I was here with Lisa Joes at the time. Yeah. We shot the podcast together, The Juice. And we both looked at each other and we said, this is where we need our contracts. Okay. We needed to be with Lasting Mark. And so really since then, in the 5 years, it's the relationship. Okay. It's with Lasting Mark, it's what you guys have poured into us. Okay. Really to put really how to really build not only an agency, but also how to keep agents. Okay. How to treat people. Cause the way that Lasting Mark treats their agents is tremendous. Okay. I couldn't ask for anything better. What they pour in. And then it's surrounding yourself with the right people. That's really what happened to me, is surrounding myself with the right people. We're looking at now between True Wealth and Serenity Insurance, we have partnered together. Now we had one of the biggest life insurance agencies, and we're gaining on that Medicare side now too.
And who's heading up the Medicare?
Heading up the Medicare is Serenity Insurance.
Serenity Insurance.
Yes.
So you started out in health. You went into life. You broadened to broad base, and now you partner with Mike and Jalen with True Wealth, and now you're heading up the Medicare division. I mean, what a story!
It's something where, if I look back, did I see my life being here? No, I don't. Okay. 5 years ago was the turning point. Here we just opened up our first brick and mortar store. I mean, when I just look at it from the outside, it's like, how did I get here? Okay. I still don't think it's real. And then I haven't even told you this, but we also now just expanded. We just got the office space right next door.
That's so cool, man.
And that was one of the conversations I probably should have had with my wife a little bit more besides going home. She's learned that very, like, I need to probably learn better than coming home and say, hey, guess what I just did? Okay. But
we just took over the office next door.
Yes, just took over the office next door. So we got in the vision, in the goal planning is we have a very big year coming up next year.
Yeah.
Okay. We will also want to be the number one agency for the Medicare side. And I'm going to do everything I can to get that going. And
I
where
can
it
see the
starts
passion and that fight in you, man.
Yes. Where it goes is the team that I have. Okay. I would not be here today without the team, the people that I surround myself. Okay. So
Who are some of those people?
So not only Mike and Jalen, we've got Caroline. Caroline, just seeing how much she has grown, because she was just a life agent as well.
Caroline Tricarton.
Yes. So now she's in the Medicare side. Okay. And seeing how much she has grown, she also just wrote her first $1 million annuity.
Boom.
Okay. She is going to do $2 million in annuities by the end of this year. I know she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that exciting?
I got Melissa. I got Joel. Okay. That to see their amount of growth that they've come over these last years. So the leadership that I have surrounded, that's the only reason why we're here. Okay. Is I've surrounded myself with the right people to help me get to that next level. Okay. Yeah. They push me. Okay. That when you want to grow something as big as what we want to do, you can't do it by yourself. Okay.
I love that.
You have to surround yourself with the right people, with the right minded people. Okay. And that's what I can really say about the whole team is we care about all of us. We're a family.
Yeah. And now the agency is not local to La Plata, Missouri. It's a national growing concern.
Yes. Yes.
That's probably the best way for me to describe it, because you have people now all over. True Wealth has people all over. So now you guys are in the life space, you're in the Medicare space, and you're in the retirement space with annuities.
Correct.
And so life agents can learn to cross-sell Medicare. They can learn to lead with Medicare. They can learn to cross-sell from Medicare into retirement. And that's like a triple threat in this industry.
It is. And what we've really have focused on this past year is building out that foundation. One of the biggest things when agents are reaching out to me and asking me questions. One, again, I was in the life insurance side for many, many years. It's the best way to start. Okay. And then on the Medicare side is you're building now that residual income. What I've learned on the Medicare side is now you're able to kind of sit back and retire, let's say one day, and you still got that residual income coming in without you have to write in on your own pen every single day. But what I really find from a lot of agents is there's no training platform out there. Okay. Yeah. So we've really worked on a great training platform. We've got our agent access that we're about to launch here coming up here in probably about another month. That's going to be done. So all of our tools, our resources, we've got it in one section. Okay. And again, if you partner with Serenity Insurance, that's available for you. Or if you decide not to partner with Serenity Insurance, we've also got that available for agents out there. We want every single agent out there to have an opportunity to be able to grow that they might be lacking somewhere.
Yeah.
And we know not every single person's going to bring over their contracts. My main goal when I really look at Serenity Insurance is we put people first. Okay, we want people to succeed. I'm very blessed for what I have today. And if I can give that opportunity to somebody else, that's what I want.
Yeah. I can feel it, man. I can feel the passion. I'm ready to sign up. I'd probably be a pretty good recruit too, by the way.
Yeah, you'd be a very good recruit, yes.
I'd probably be a pretty good recruit. What's in the business for new agents? Like we have people, a lot of people that listen to our podcast, they're under 2 years in the business. Let me say that. And so a lot of people that find us on the web, and by the way, we have the #1 Life Insurance Academy podcast on the web right now. Thanks to Adam over there and some guys who produce content every week and a team that gets out social content every day and great people like you to interview. So thank you for helping us reach that level. But that is out there now to the world, and so many new agents find us, and so many are either struggling, they're not in yet, or they're in that first 6-12 months window, and they're trying to find their way. They're trying to find their way, or they haven't really fully committed. First, what's available for people in this industry for someone who's considering it that's not yet in, from your perspective?
So the one thing I've learned in this is the one business that you can go into, be a millionaire with very, very little money that you have to put up. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when I opened up my first store, I mean, I had to have roughly about $200,000 just to inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. The store.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you could go into this business having say $2,000 in your bank account. Okay. Or on a credit card to really go on there. One of my favorite quotes that I usually tell people is this: what this opportunity gives you, this gives you a chance to be able to sign the front of the check instead of just a back of a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
What people are very hesitant when they come into this business, they're not all in. Okay. They think they can do this part-time. Okay. Or, I might buy leads this week, but I'm not going to buy leads next week. One of the best things that with Lincoln Heritage was I was on a commitment. Okay. I was getting 30 leads, direct mail leads every single week. They were charging my card every single week. I had no choice.
That's the way I started as well. And I put myself into that. I said, this is what I want.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's where it is again, nowadays it's very easy to get leads and different resources with digital leads now coming in and so forth that, you could do a lead right now, a lead order, and have them come in by the end of the day. Okay. But you have to be committed. Okay. Say, okay, I'm going to purchase my leads every single Friday. So I'm going out there Monday morning. Okay. When I was out in the field every single day, it was 6 days a week. Okay. Awesome. Nobody saw me 10 years ago. They see me today. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you saw me 10 years ago, I drove 3 hours
to get
see
into
my
market.
leads.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 hours.
Same.
I said bye to my family on Monday morning and showed back up Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
If I did not have my goal set, it was there.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to have a reason why you're going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. We all say we want to make money. Okay. But why do you want to make money?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you want to make the money for? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Okay.
What kind of life do you want to build?
What type of life do you want to build? I mean, I want to sit there and I want to give a life to my family that we've never had before.
Yeah. And is it starting to happen?
Oh, it's happening. Yes.
It's happening.
It's getting there. Yes.
So the opportunity for new people is pretty good, is what you're saying.
The opportunity for new people is unbelievable.
Sign the front of the check and not just the back of the check.
That is correct.
That's my takeaway from that segment. Okay. Was there a pivotal moment for you? And you may have already covered it. Was there a pivotal moment or a defining moment or a relationship that made a difference to your success trajectory?
2.5 years ago. In this office.
In this office.
In this office.
Wow, man. I appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. That means a lot. But I know there's a lot more people involved than just what happened here.
There is, and it's surrounding, not what's great with this business, okay, is the relationships that you get to build, okay? And we're not in here, you know, you might be part of an IMO that's right now, or part of somebody that they've reached out and they don't want to share their secrets. Okay. They don't want to share their success. Okay. That's not like that here. Okay. That's not like that with us.
Yeah.
Okay. That if we can help you get to that level, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
How many times that, especially after the first podcast, and if you do want to see the first one, it was February 2.5 years ago, that you can see.
And we'll put it right here. You can click the link.
Right there.
Somewhere there.
That link right there. Okay.
Yeah.
But the tools and the resources, okay, on this side, that there's really no way that you can feel if you go all in, but you have to put both feet in.
That's it.
Okay. Take that risk. Bet on yourself.
Jump out of the dang plane.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Jump out of the dang plane and know that you're on a, what'd you call it?
A static line.
Know that you're on a static line and the chute is going to pull.
That is correct.
And you got to trust the people on the team and just jump. Huh?
Yep.
Dude,
don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already there.
And when people get tripped up is when they try to go out of the plane and then they're trying to not jump while they're trying to stay alive, and that's when they get themselves in trouble.
Correct.
Yeah. All I'm seeing is a terrible meme of someone stumbling out of a plane after, I'm going to jump. No, I'm not going to jump. And then everything goes wrong. It's like that person splashing down off the cliff that intended to jump and then tried to stop right before they hit the edge. I think we've used that one before. What can new agents expect working with you and your company, Serenity Insurance, man? Because there's like nothing but passion and fire coming here. And I know the relationship with True Wealth is strong. I know you've got some great people on your team that lean in and help people now across all three verticals, which it's very unique because most groups are just life, or most groups are just Medicare and they have life contracts and they can give you some contracts, but they don't know how to help you grow there. Or they're life groups and they can maybe give you some Medicare contracts, but they don't know how to help you grow there. And nobody's really doing retirement protection that well because that's for the financial advisors. And so that's what the industry kind of offers. But with you and with True Wealth, truly a triple threat. And what can agents expect working with you? I want to speak back to something. I got a sneak peek at Caroline Tricarton's deposit last month just for those annuity sales, which she didn't even close herself. But she leveraged the system offered through Serenity and True Wealth and made an extra 40,000+. I'm just going to say it. I won't say the exact number. Just from that part of the business in 1 month.
In 1 month.
Like how proud of her are you? And what can new agents expect in a relationship with Serenity?
So first off, very proud of her. I really want to give a shout out to Melissa too. Just seeing what she has grown, going out there.
Full name?
Melissa. Lavera.
Yeah. Melissa Lavera and
Joel Lyons.
Yes. I know I caught you off guard when I threw that out there to you, but I see you working with great people, just like Melissa and Joel. And I know you want to give a shout out there. When people like that get connected and plugged in, their life literally can change. But it's reciprocal. It's not just what you can bring them. They're actually bringing something to you.
Yes.
It's like a relationship that matters. It's a life-changing relationship, right? It's 2 feet in relationship.
Yep.
It's an all-in relationship. That's cool. What can new people that are listening expect in a relationship with Serenity? And then ultimately, how do they get in touch with you? So we'll answer the first part first, and then we'll get to the contact.
So the biggest thing is honesty and trust. You're going to get that from me. Okay. I don't sugarcoat. Okay. I tell it how it is. I'm upfront. In this business, you see a lot of people that they try to hide different numbers from people, contract level, so forth. I'm straight up front. Okay. The biggest thing that I also do for people is we help you set up a game plan. Okay. Really of breaking it down. Okay. What you actually have to do in a day's time to make that income. I also push people. Okay. Is the biggest one thing that I look at is you've got your A goal, but you have to have a B goal. Okay. And a lot of people never have a B goal. Okay. The A goal is we all want to, the biggest thing I hear is I want to make $100,000, but why? Okay. Especially when somebody maybe has only made $30,000 in their life. Okay. They might get to $50,000 and be completely satisfied. Okay. So it's not like, can we get to that 100,000? How can we get to that 50 first? Okay. Let's set up a way to get to there. Okay. And then let's start pushing more. So one thing that I can say that with the team that I have is the training that we do have. We offer a lot of training. Okay. The biggest thing that I hear actually from a lot of people is, man, you guys actually have too many calls. Okay.
Too much training.
Too much training. Okay. But we want to make sure that if they ever left our organization, it's because they didn't get everything from us. Okay. We're going to put it out there. My telephone is on all the time. Okay. Makes my wife irritated sometimes, but I'm always answering that phone when an agent calls. Okay. When a client calls, I'm always there. So that's what you can expect to get from True Wealth and Serenity Insurance. Okay. We're there. Okay. We're in the trenches with you. Okay. We're not just saying, sitting in an office, you go out there and do this, and we're just going to sit back and collect an override from you. No, we're in the trenches. We're doing the training with you. We're setting you up for success. Yeah. And we have a platform for that. Again, 90% persistency. You can only get that with one way, is having a system.
That's right.
Okay. And we have those systems, and that's what we teach of, because again, business that stays, business that pays.
That's it.
Okay. You can find us again, serenityinsuranceGroup.com is our website. We're on all the social media platforms, so you can search Serenity Insurance Group as well. Again, guys,
and just look for the good-looking guys, on the Google search.
Well, I give it up to your makeup and your hair selection, man. They had to do a lot of work for this. I mean, I was probably in that the hair dressing room there for a little while to get this look this good. So
there you go, man. Well, man, you look sharp. It's gonna pop. I can't wait for this episode to come out. I'm proud of you for what you're growing. I can't wait to see your new office. I know you had a grand opening. There was a bunch of people that came down to celebrate. I got to FaceTime you a little bit and see your family there, see your wife. And even though your wife may get irritated, he told me before we jumped on the podcast, the reason she's not here is because she's shopping.
She is.
And so she doesn't complain about that. And I know that you guys are building a great life together for your family, your kids. And I'm just proud of you, man.
Well, thank you. And again, just one last thing, just a big shout out to her. Again, not only with you guys, I would not be here without her. Yeah. She keeps me grounded. I mean, she really does. I'm a lot. Okay. I'm a lot to handle. And I mean, she's there every single step of the way. She might not agree with it for every single thing, but she's there every single step of the way. It was actually kind of nice. Right before we did this podcast, we were looking at some numbers, and this year is going to be the first year that I'm ever going to make a trip in my insurance career.
That's awesome.
And
man.
so we were just looking at the numbers. So, I'll be able to go to Cindy here later on and say, guess what? We're going to Mexico.
That's awesome.
In April. So
an all expense paid trip.
All expense paid trip. Yes.
That's going to be fun. And we'll be there with you.
You will
We'll be there with you, and we'll have a margarita together with toes in the sand.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Michael, I think we need to have some kind of tie-in to going all in on this one. This has been a phenomenal podcast. I love the energy. I love what you're bringing to the industry. I love your story. I love how you're impacting lives. I love how you put clients first. You don't make it about the money, and you're all in on your work effort, and you're all in on the relationships. And I think when you get those two things right, that's when success happens. Because I think some people are workaholics and they neglect relationships, and other people are about relationships and they don't know how to show up to work. And I think it takes both. I think it takes both in a marriage. I think it takes both in a successful business. I think it takes both in successful partnerships. And it's clearly evidence in what you guys are doing. I'm proud of you. Thanks for coming back in, man, and showing up and showing out and letting people see what can happen in just a very short period of time. with commitment, hard work, diligence, and being willing to jump. Being willing to jump, knowing that there's a good system there.
Hey, I appreciate you having me back. I always love being here. And it's going to be a great few days. So really,
and I understand you're having dinner with Chris tonight.
Having dinner with
How
Chris
did I get
tonight.
not invited to that?
Well, because I heard that you already had dinner plans tonight. So
did you?
So that's
my wife made dinner plans.
That's the reason. I mean, Chris is going all out. We're going to Denny's. Okay. We're going to Denny's. Okay. Yeah. No. It really, like I said, the relationships is what means the most. And being able to have my wife down here, this is going to be her, like she's gone to the main event before, but being down here is her first time. So really just having that one-on-one with you guys. Yeah. I mean, she loves Rose.
That's awesome.
She's really looking forward to that. So again, I can't thank you enough and your whole team that you have here. And just thank you, because I would not be here without you guys.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
So
good word. Guys, another success story in the life insurance business, in the Medicare space, in the annuity and retirement space. Michael Baum with Serenity Insurance Group. My question to you is, what could your story be 2.5 years later? What could your story be if you take the step now, get connected, go all in with your work effort, go all in on those relationships and commit, and know that the system will be there so that when you jump, it's going to be a successful journey. Where can you be in 2.5 years? I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you. Throw your comments below. If you got some thoughts or questions for Michael, you can connect with him on his contact, on his website, and his social media. And I hope this inspired you maybe to take a different action, or maybe a new action, or maybe to renew your passion for something that can literally change your life, as it clearly has changed Michael's. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast.